podcast. The first one I've got here is, how can we create a harmonious family?
I love this question because I believe this is the goal of all families. And sometimes maybe we're not aware of this goal, but it is our goal because we want a harmony, we want peace, and we want happiness. And when we're becoming parents, we want to be parents to enjoy and be happy, right? Because we understand the child is going to bring us joy and love. However, parenting is not easy, so we often get caught up in stress and worry, and that's when I work with parents through the coaching. We definitely want to switch from that to enjoying, because that was the goal in the first place. So how to create a harmonious family? I would say it's a 3-step process. So first step, we're going to just go shortly here, but first step is definitely starting to understand yourself. And by this, I mean who you are, what are your beliefs, what is your blueprint. Blueprint is the map, the idea we have for our life. So how we want our life to turn, when do we want to become a mother, for example, if you're a mom, by which age you want it to be married, how you want your family to look. And then why is blueprint important? Because we daydream so much and we put this in our head that when things are not working out for us in the way we want it, for example, we reach 40 and we don't have children, then we can be extremely unhappy because we had an idea where our life should go and it's not going in that direction. For parents, for example, the blueprint can be, how many children you're going to have. And maybe some parents can have only one child, or they're going through struggles to have children. Or maybe you wanted a girl so bad, but you only have boys, and maybe you have some disappointments there. So it starts with understanding yourself. And then in this process as well, understanding who you are as a complete person. What do you love to do? What are your hobbies? Because I always say role of a parent is just one role, and we have so many roles in life, and we often sacrifice so much for this role. However, I say, in 18 years, your children are going to grow up and they're going to go, and then who you are, you have to know who you are. And I always encourage, especially mothers, we see this sacrifice in mothers so much when I don't have anything against them, dedicating their time and years, and I love, myself as well, dedicating time for the children, but you want to also make sure that you have some me time, you're doing things for yourself, because then you're going to be more fulfilled, you're going to be more happy when you're feeding yourself as well and you're nurturing yourself. That's the first process. So we usually dig into different expectations, beliefs, blueprints of a parent, let's say a mother. And then the next step is understanding your partner. And this is very important because your partner can maybe have a completely different blueprint, different beliefs. They might be raised in a different culture, different religion, and the most common actually, disagreements and disharmony in family comes from this difference between mom and dad, because one thinks, oh, this is this is important, and another says, oh, this is not important. And the way how they handle the children and how they want to raise the children. And I often say one of the biggest mistakes we make is that we don't talk about parenting and raising children before we have them. So we are just decided, oh, I'm going to have a baby, we're going to have a baby, everything's going to be fine. But we don't discuss the challenges, we don't discuss the changes, we don't discuss financial, changes, the time, how we're going to organize our time, which beliefs, morals, and values we want to put in our child. And then we are on this journey, and we're just like, okay, now what? Now we're disagreeing. And most of the couples, sometimes they don't fight about anything, but when it comes to children, they will go into fights. So this is the second step. We want to understand us and our partner and where are differences and similarities. And then the third step is definitely understanding your child. Because I shared, I'm finishing my book called Successful Parenting, and it's going to be published soon. So I'm super excited about this. And I shared in my book the one moment that was really revealing for me. When I was back in Serbia in my university, I volunteered in a government orphanage that had 300 children with different disabilities. And it was a life-changing experience for me. So in that process, we had people from different countries like US, Sweden, coming to adopt children. And when they come, I kind of had an idea, okay, maybe they're going to come and you naturally bond with a child, you know, there is some kind of bond, you think this child is so cute. And I spoke with social worker and I asked her, okay, so do they like come and, you know, they get the child, they choose the child? And she looked at me, she said, no, this is not a supermarket. You don't choose the child. And I mean, it sounds funny, but I was like 20 years old. I was trying to understand how this works. And then she said something that was that stick in my mind. And she said, when you expect your child, when you're pregnant, you don't choose which child you're going to have. So you don't choose a boy or a girl. You don't choose, oh, I want, you know, calm temper, or I want like really like full energetic. Like it's a surprise, right? So you don't know what you're gonna get. And this stuck with me because as parents, I said we daydream of how we're gonna comb our daughter's hair, and we're gonna take her to ballet classes, and then maybe our daughter doesn't like ballet and doesn't like to comb her hair. Maybe she likes football or sports or something different. And this is where we now have a disappointment, and we get, you know, we feel we're not achieved, or this is not the parenting I wanted. And this is because you see the difference is the child, and you say my child is not behaving how I want him to behave, and I say, but they're them, so we have to understand their perspective as well.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so